As the dust settled on the hallowed racing grounds of the Nürburgring, one thing became abundantly clear. The BRC was back, and it was sure to be more exciting than ever before. Bettenschleife managed to prove one thing previously foreshadowed about the upcoming season. As teams arrived at the track for the first race of their newly minted cars, they were unaware just how much fuel economy and pit strategy would limit the utility of rich fuel mixtures and insane horsepower ratings produced by this season's cars. In one race, more teams managed to run out of fuel than previously had in the prior 3 runnings of the BRC seasons combined. Thirsty turbocharged vehicles and fuel stops calculated to the 10th of a gallon proved to be too close for comfort and left no margin for error. Heartbreak struck the garage area as vehicles sputtered out of fuel as they arrived on pit lane, mere yards from their awaiting crews. Some teams made it to the pits, but never left, and surprising few cars met their doom in their maiden race due to crashes. Some of the fastest cars would not reach the checkered flag in the first race, leaving drivers flustered, engineers perplexed, and spectators stunned. However, amidst the heartbreak and speculation running rampant in the pits as entries slowly bowed out of the race, BRC 76's first crop of frontrunners were crowned. Howler Automotive, Mr. Chips, Leo 9613, Marat, Air Jordan, Critical Set 9849, Absurdist, Norman Vauxhall, Frankenstein, and Der Bayer were the first 10 to cross the finish line in the first race of the BRC 76 season. Only 3 of those cars, Absurdist, Norman Vauxhall, and Der Bayer, finished in the top 10 in points last season, and none of those cars managed to claim a spot in the top 5 now. Instead, the top 10 was riddled with new names as elated engineers enjoyed some of their first taste of victory early in the season. However, the grid is reset as we forge ahead onto race 2 of the series. This time, the BRC hits the airfield track known as Diepholz. At the front, Howler Automotive starts from the pole, precisely where they finished last race, possibly signifying a dominating trend early on. The 77 car is followed by the blazingly quick 90 machine of the Bob Wiley, who may have challenged for the win last time, but tragically miscalculated the pit window and sputtered to a stop on pit road. The front row is followed by the likes of Absurdist, Critical Set 9849, Mad MR2, Troller Coaster, Leo 9613, Cool Key, Marat, and CW Rules. Certainly, these cars have shown quickness in qualifying and practice, but Diepholz is a tricky, temporary circuit. It's not the well-known and regarded Hockenheim or Nürburgring, which exist in a perpetual state, but rather an airfield circuit whose chicanes are constructed with cones rather than Armco. The racing line unclear when the cars are gone, the opportunity for refining skill absent when the events at the track are as well. What one of our BRC teams will join the ranks of Eddie Cheever, John Watson, Klaus Ludwig, Manfred Winkelhock, Bob Wallach, Alan Jones, and Hans Heyer? Who can add their name to the impressive list of German and European touring car drivers, F1 legends, and sports car greats who have all flown around this airfield track to take victory? Will the top 10 break away from the field, or would have been challengers from Bettenschleife solved their strategy woes in time to spoil the early victory parties of Race 1. Only time will tell, and you can join our live broadcast as Race 2 of BRC 76 unfolds.